And we are alive. Okay. There we go. We're alive. We're good. We're doing good things. We're feeling pretty Hugo on a balcony in Dubai. We got the birds in the back reminding us, okay, of our powers. Okay. So we're going to get right into it. AI is the new Indian scammer meta, right? What does that mean? What does it mean? Why is AI relevant to scammers? Okay, it's an interesting point. Makes you think. All this new technology that's really cheap and often free is going to be used by people with nefarious ideas, evil thoughts. They want to do bad things. They want a quick buck, right? So why wouldn't they make use of it? There are literally corporations in India that are waiting to take your money by making a fool out of you. And what better way to make a fool out of you by using artificial intelligence? You ever gotten a call, right, about a payment you haven't made or an Amazon something or this or that, and they've got an accent and they say their name is Robert? Hello, I am calling from, you know, and you think, well, let me not, judge a person based on their accent. But then about 20 minutes later, there's 5,000 missing from your bank account. How can you avoid this? Don't trust AI. Don't trust AI. If anyone has completely artificial intelligence content, don't trust them. Just don't trust them. How you doing, Asham? Good to see you on the live. Right? You avoid it by not trusting completely artificial intelligence based products. And sometimes it's not going to be so easy to recognize it, because you'll get a call from a woman with a perfect accent, and she'll be telling you about something, about a missing payment, about a missing something, a new opportunity, and it'll be a completely American woman. It'll be, real American accent, real everything. All it is Rajesh or Bashir from a call center in India, and they just want to get your money. You can't. So always double check. You have to be on edge. People are out there to steal from you. Be on edge. Confirm. You get a call from a number telling you to pay money, Google it. If it says it's from a specific company, cut the call that company, ask them for their information. Am I missing a payment? Is this happening? They're saying there's a court case against you. You need to pay up. Cut the call your local government and ask them, my name is this and that, I got a call. Never trust what you see online. Never trust what you hear. Someone asks you for your money from a position of authority and they've come to you. Cut the call, get their information, right? Like, oh, who's this? Could you give me my number? My customer reference number, whatever. Call up the company yourself. Go online to their official website. Always do dealings through official means, because artificial intelligence means that that accent you're looking out for, or certain telltales, they're not going to exist anymore, right? They're going to make perfectly fake websites with perfectly typed copy, right? All the writing's going to be legit. And, they can just strip it off the website anyway, which is not new. And they're going to get your money. And you don't want that. And that's the issue with artificial intelligence, right? There's scammers out there who are going to use it. So that means immediately, right, that people are going to use it for bad things. Now, for now, people aren't going to be aware of this. But in the next, 5 years, just like you got used to avoiding certain accents on the phone, you're gonna start getting used to not trusting artificial intelligence content. You're gonna see it and you're like, there's no trust there. Moving on. You have to be able to, and then this goes for sales now, right? You're selling something, but all you have is artificial intelligence content. Your ads are AI generated. There's nothing human about it. There's nothing human about it. In five, maybe even less time, you're going to have people mistrusting something that's completely artificial intelligence. They're not going to trust your words typed out. They're not going to trust your advertising. They're not going to trust your mid-journey generated ads with the pictures and everything. It's going to look like really quality content, but it's not going to be. It's going to be a couple of prompts made by an agency in India or in Africa, where I forget which country in Africa has like the most scammer, but there's a country in Africa too, or all around the world. More people are going to be able to steal from you with less money invested, right? And this is a problem for consumers. And the more people that get scammed by this, the more there's going to be people that are going to be prepared for this. And the market's going to become sophisticated. And what you want at that point is to build genuine connection with your audience. You got to get in there first, right? And that's why I advocate for live streaming. No one's gonna think you're a fake customer. No one's gonna think you're trying to scam them if you've got hours and hours of content going through your work, explaining exactly how it works, right? That builds a level of audience trust. And that's the thing that AI kills. Trust with your audience. Okay? I hope that made sense. Wow, I just breezed past the entire live stream in like 7 minutes, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep talking about things. Talk about different examples, right? So AI is here. Bad things are going to happen. Yeah, thanks. Bad things are going to happen, and people are going to get used to bad things happening. And so they're going to have their guard up. And as someone who's trying to sell something to provide genuine value, you cannot just rely on AI, especially as a smaller company. You cannot just rely on AI generated content, because it's a bubble. Eventually it's going to pop. Eventually it will pop. And you don't want that. You want to build consumer trust. So you get on live, you talk about your product, you talk about why it's perfect for you as a consumer who needs this, right? And you have a documented process, and you're a real person. You have built an authentic brand, right? And it's not much but just talking, right? You turn on the camera and you go live. Sooner or later, every single company is going to have representatives like this talking about their product, relating it to the current issues, right? And that's how you build attention. You talk about things happening in the news that are relevant to your product, and you provide more of an argument for your consumer every day. You keep coming back. This happened. Look how important what I'm talking about is now, right? Constant validation for your product, constant validation for your content, right? So you keep researching things that are happening in the world, why it's important for you to listen, right? And the more people that listen, the more people that trust you, the better you're going to do. It's just math, guys. This is just math. It's like a mathematical equation, and I just created it, so you know it's real. And we've got the birds in the back, to prove, right? We got the birds in the back to prove it to you. Do you understand? So how are they going to use this, right? We've talked about using Midjourney to create images, ChatGPT to create perfect copy, AI voice generators that sound like attractive women, because people just don't hang up the phone on women as much as they do for men. It's just human psychology, right? So you're going to get a call, you're going to see some ads, and it's going to look really legit, right? See, a scammer doesn't have to think about, oh, how do I make myself look more authentic so that I can take their money? All a scammer has to do is type into ChatGPT, how do I make my business look more legit? I am selling this. I'm trying to get people to do this. What words should I say? What's a better script than this? And there's even software out there. If you watch Corridor Digital, there's software out there, if you have a good enough processor, where you can do live, what do you call it? Like you can develop an AI voice that generates live based on what you're saying. This was I think this was last year. I was watching a Corridor Digital video. They got some famous people's voices and each other's voices. They put it into the software, did a little training, and they just spoke into the mic, and the voice was just coming out as they were saying it. So if someone can get that set up, they don't even have to type. They don't have to have these awkward AI response times that you have. They just talk to you straight up. And it feels like you're talking to a real person. They can generate the most trustworthy voices, right? And they don't even have to figure it out. AI does it for you. Generate the most trustworthy voices, generate the best things to say, and then once you have the whole script, just keep saying it. Target old people and target young people, target all sorts of things. What would be the perfect audience to do this kind of thing with? It's right there, right? It'll teach you how to scam best, and it's gonna get you, right? And it's gonna get enough people to the point where people are gonna make content about this. There's gonna be public service announcements. Just because you hear a trustworthy voice on the phone doesn't mean they're actually trustworthy. Companies are going to have to pivot how they do businesses. No, don't trust anyone who's asking for personal details on the phone. Not just people with accents, right? And buying stuff over the phone back in the days used to be, can I have your credit card information, please? If you could just type in your CVC code from the back of your card. And that happened to me once, where someone asked me for that. It made me incredibly nervous, right? It made me nervous, like, because I'd never seen that before, and it's an old way of working, like an old way of purchasing things off the phone, and the old ways are gonna die. The old ways are gonna die, so you have to evolve with the times. Prepare for the post-AI world right now. People are gonna be worried. People are going to be worried, and you provide them with the most trustworthy content, the most trustworthy way of doing business, and they'll come to you before they go to someone who's using the older ways. So you have to be aware of where the market's going. Artificial intelligence is here. They're here to take your job. They're here to scam you. Things are becoming much more, what's the word? Things are becoming, it's more difficult to protect yourself online. That's a better way to put it. It's more difficult to protect yourself online now, right? And paranoia is going to increase in consumers. Is this legit? And you don't even have to be a scammer, right? Like if you're selling fitness content online, you can just develop up. You can just ask ChatGPT, I want this kind of content for people who want this kind of results. Make me 50 workout plans. You're just going to have a 13-year-old kid in the back end of that who has no knowledge of what actually works, just creating content on ChatGPT that you could have made yourself if you know where to look, right? And sure, that's valid because the answers are from ChatGPT. But if you can get it for free using ChatGPT, which is free, then you can consider that almost a poor business plan. And you'd be the fool for buying into it, right? If you can just get free AI generated content, what's the point in paying for it? So if you want to sell fitness content, if you want to sell, if you want to make a course about how to teach accountancy, if you want to, sell a diet plan, if you want to sell anything, the number one thing is to build a genuine trust with your audience. Once you build that genuine trust by showing that you are real, that you're a real person, customers will come. Customers will come. If you're known for doing, if a way of working is known for scamming, people are going to generally avoid it. So you don't want to go down that path. You don't want to do that. Start doing the thing that's better than the thing that works now. Because everybody's making AI generated content now. It's the current thing. Everybody wants to make AI generated content because it's cheaper, it's better, it's faster. They don't have to hire a guy. They just type in a prompt and they've got the perfect email. They've got the perfect static ad. They've got the perfect script, And they think that this is the new thing. But eventually people will lose trust in this sort of thing. Once upon a time, email marketing was the thing, right? Because everybody used their email, right? It was the main mode of what do you call it? Business interaction, business communication. You send people emails, and now it's not so much. There's plenty of software, plenty of regulations out there now because people started to abuse that mode of communication. And so now, emailing still works, but it's very few and in between. Doesn't always work now. And now people are really sticking it to AI, and soon that's going to end because people are going to lose trust in that as well. Wherever there's attention, there will be bad ideas. How can I use this good thing, this good innovation, and how do I use this to scam people out of their money? And if you're a scammer and you're like, a scammer wouldn't get on live, right? Because getting caught out would be too much of a risk. All right, you want to build real trust, you do things a scammer wouldn't. Right? If you believe that what you have is really valuable, you go out there and you talk directly to the people you want to sell, and you do it for hours, days, months, every day. You keep talking to them. That's building trust. And once you've built that trust, it's only a matter of time. Internally, they'll give themselves permission to do work with you, right? And it's like, imagine if you're at school, right? And there's someone that sells homework. Someone sells you homework, and you know the guy, and you've seen him do it. You know he's good in class, right? And he always does the work, and he's really smart. And you ask him for help on your homework, and he says, "Well, I'm really busy, but if you pay me, I'll help you out." That decision to ask him is based upon months of you watching him and knowing about him and seeing that what he's doing is working for him. He's smart, right? But if you got an email saying, "I can help you with your homework, I'm really good at this," and you might even need help with your homework, but you're going to say, I don't know. I want more proof, right? And it might be real, and it might be genuine, and it might provide you actual value, but your guard is going to be up. But with the smart guy, you're going to go to him. That smart guy in your class, you're going to go to him. And that's who you want to be. You want to be that smart guy. You want to show your intelligence. You want to be on live. You want to be making content. You want to be proving to people that what you have works, first of all. And that you can trust them, because that kind of reputation is difficult to build, and they're not going to believe that you're going to throw it away for a quick buck, for a single customer, right? You're here for the long haul. You prove it to them by being there for the long haul, right? You build that reputation. You build that reputation by coming on and being genuine, showing a level of authenticity, right? And people respond to that. And that's a big thing nowadays. That's a big thing. People like authenticity. It's why people like you see a lot of these old type of content, right? It started to die down. Like for a while, there was like this influx of overproduced content online, and that meant that more people watched, because there's a lot more content in there. But then you can hide a lot of things in between editing and all these different software tools that make your content look a little bit more, interesting. And soon people realized that it might have more editing in it, but the people that I'm watching have the personality of a wet piece of cardboard, right? And all that editing and all that flashiness hides that. But sooner or later, people find out, right? But that's the interesting thing about Mr. Beast is, sure, he has a lot of interesting and a lot of high budget editing and all this other things, but he provides actual value because he spends millions on his videos. But you'll have people, getting tens of millions of views back in the days, and all they do is go to the gym, go to the store, sit and watch a movie, and they record that and suddenly send it to your editor, and everybody's like, oh my God, this is edited so well. This is so interesting. No, it's not. It's not interesting. You're there for the background music. You're there to watch the people you like interact with each other, and that's it. And there's nothing else happening. There's nothing of real value in that. You had all these fitness influencers really like kind of making high budget, highly produced content, with the slow mo and the popping veins and the really nice cameras and all of that, and talking about this is the best. This is the best workout for your triceps, and then they're the B-roll of them really flexing, and then you see their tricep with the veins, and you're like, oh yeah, cool. But after a while, everybody starts doing that, and it's like, yeah, okay, was it really that workout that made you that gave you that tricep vein? Was it really? It's people start to have doubts because all you're doing is being flashy. All you're doing is being flashy. It's all, to quote Wolf of Wall Street, it's all fugazi. It's fugazi. It doesn't exist. But you see people like Sam Sulek, right? Why does his content work? Right? In a sea of overproduced nonsense, you have a guy that makes an hour-long video where he just works out, shows you the entire set, and you just watch his entire workout. Right? He doesn't skip. He doesn't do cool angles. He just sits there and he just works out, and he talks about his workouts. He talks about his meals. He doesn't say, like, you got to do it like this for this weight. He just goes and does the weight, and sometimes he does some cheat reps, and he's like, that felt a little too heavy. I think I'm going to go lighter on the next one. And it's like, okay, right? There's nothing flashy about him, but he's growing to popularity. Why? Because he's real. Yes, he's massive and he's jacked, but so are all these other people. All these fitness influencers are on anabolic steroids, but he comes out and rises above all and becomes an icon for the youth, and everybody's watching him. And people literally sit down and watch his 40-minute videos about him just in front of the camera talking about his meal, then eating it right in front of you, and just talks about his day, about his workout plan, what's going on. Hi, Sharang. How are you? We're talking about scammers and authenticity. Indian scammers, to be precise. We're talking about Indian scammers. We're talking about how artificial intelligence is going to make things a lot more difficult for businesses and consumers alike due to lack of trust in the market. The mic moved, and I think I'm connected to the wrong mic now. So I'm just going to quickly fix that. Testing, 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 testing. Okay. And I believe we're working now. All right. So Sam Sulek won people over with authenticity. Right? So that tells you something about where people's attention is going. If you're authentic, if you're real, people are more likely to listen to you. You want that market trust. You want that consumer trust. You don't want to lie. You know, one beautiful thing about him is, yeah, he's on drugs. He's using. Yes, he won't tell you what because he doesn't want people to copy him, and he admits, you know, it's not good for you. Don't copy what I'm doing, but this is what I'm doing, and this is what's working for me. And people like that, and it's what people liked about Greg Doucette. People like that about Greg Doucette because, yeah, he'll tell you, yeah, all these people are on drugs. So am I. I'm on testosterone right now. I took Tren. I did this. I didn't then, but then I did then. And yeah, it worked. Drugs work. And I did them. It's not healthy. Don't do it. Right? That's the current thinking of people in the fitness industry. Right? Like, just be honest about your drug use and people will respect you for it. You want that respect. Be honest and you'll get their respect. Yes, this will work for you if you want this result. And if you want this result, you should really listen. Because look at all these hours of research I've done on live. Watch all of them. If you don't trust it, watch all of them. See the process. See the progress. See what the work. See all the work that's gone into creating this for you. And it also helps if you have an interesting personality, right? Talking about Russell Brunson and the linchpin. What makes an attractive personality? You have to have opinions. You have to have stories. You have to be confident. You cannot be afraid of the camera. You need a backstory. People want to know about you. People want to know everything about you. Obviously, you don't tell them everything because not everything is relevant. But what's relevant to the creation of what you're offering them? See, Sam Sulek can sell a workout plan because you know exactly what he's been through. He's being honest with you. I did all this, and these are the results I got. This is my experience. Buy this, you may get a similar result, right? And do your cardio. A lot of times people will try to they'll try to sell you shortcuts. And they'll try to phrase it like a shortcut. You won't get the results that you're looking for because they forget to mention how difficult it is to do things that are of actual value. And if you're selling people a roadmap, if you're selling people a solution, it's better if they know exactly how you got to that solution. This is what I did. It worked. I did it in front of you. Right? And so, yeah. Scammers are coming because AI is coming. People are going to lose trust. And you want people's trust because trust is money. Trust is value. And you want people to trust you and you want people to get real value out of you in exchange for monetary gain. You understand? You don't want to be a scammer because being a scammer is a bad thing. It's bad for your survival. It's anti-survival behavior. You want to do good things. Do good things and be good people. And good things will happen. Do good things and be good people and good things happen, right? You come on live, you show your process, you talk to the people, you give them value, and they give you value back. And that's the way it works. Unfortunately, good things are hard to do. But you know what's not hard? clicking that subscribe button. So go right ahead. Because we're doing good things here. We're doing good things, and we're good people, and we want good things to happen. So subscribe, and good things happen. Because we're going to be coming on live every day, and we're going to make good things happen. Do you understand? Do you understand? It's starting to get hot on here. I'm worried about my computer overheating because I am currently overheating. But we do these on the balcony because we like the balcony. Balconies are good. It's like you're outside, but you're not. I like the balcony. Good things happen on balconies, unless you take the wrong exit. The balcony has one good exit and one bad exit. Sometimes it can have multiple good exits. And the good exit generally ends in good things. Okay. So we've talked about the topic, and it is now lunchtime, so I'm going to go eat. And you know what? We're going to do a double doozy today. We're going to go live twice. So I will see you guys at night. I hate making this promise. But good things are difficult, and we want to do good things for the people. So we're going to come on live, and we're going to keep going. And hopefully by the end of the 100 days, we have more than 100 lives to look back on. All right. So do good things, be good people, subscribe, and good things will happen. So see you at night.